Okay, everybody who's not here. It's Lego Jeffo, and I'm back just building some bootlego minifigures. It is 3:41 in the morning. I just can't sleep anymore. I fell asleep very early, and I'm sitting here in the Lego room by myself at 3:41 in the morning, and I'm going to build some bootlego minifigs. I've been doing this last night for a bit, and I built like 14 of these little guys here. But so some of the ones I downloaded, excuse me. So some of the ones I bought, the quality is not that great. And I know what you're gonna say. It's like, well, what do you expect when you buy from AliExpress, right? Now, let me see. Let me see if I can get this picture back up here. Okay, look. This is Venom, okay, or one of the Venom symbiotes. You see how he has his regular body, but then he has like a side head and a bunch of goopy symbiotic matter coming off it, okay? Keep that picture in your mind, all right? And let me show you. Now, this one is Eddie Brock, who is Venom, right? Okay, so he's on this gargoyle statue. He's in casual clothes, and yes, his face is too small for his head, if you get what I mean. And they give you these extra pieces, this tendril type piece here, and this other tendril with a separate head that you're supposed to attach. If I can show it here, trying to get that image right. Now, this piece here is supposed to attach to the back of this, and let's see if I can actually get it to stick on here. Nope, this thing, yeah, all this thing does is fall apart. These little accessories here, if you're gonna buy this, you better get some glue. Oh wow, this is hard to. Yeah, this is almost to the point where I'm ready to throw out most of this stuff. Okay, so you got him with the tendril. This tendril, the head is supposed to attach to this tendril to give you this kind of appearance. But the hole that's made into the back of it, you can't see it, of course, but the hole is too big. So it doesn't stay together. So the only thing you could do would be to get some super glue and glue it. But then you risk getting the glue on the figure or having it misaligned. And I'm not sure if I'm getting my point across here because the figure has to be here and the goopiness, like, oh yeah, this is so hard to hold on to. The goopiness is supposed to like cross his chest here like this. And I'm probably not even showing it right, and I apologize. So honestly, this figure by itself is fine. And the gargoyle statue, yeah, it's not too bad, I guess. But this whole symbiotic part, this is trash. This is trash. You might as well just throw it right in the wastebasket, and that's probably what I'm gonna do. I might attempt I might attempt to put some glue, but I'm running out of glue because I go through it quick. Because super glue, the bottles are so tiny and it doesn't last long. You get these little tubes, and I don't even know if I have one here. I had one, but of course it's not here now. So I don't know. And here's another one of these things, and I'm wondering if maybe the one I just showed you, if the hole is just drilled a little too big. Yeah, these heads just roll away. They don't want to stay near you at all. I mean, this thing is just swill, and the hole is just too. Yeah, this looks like it's the same. Oh boy, is that gonna be like that? Oh yeah, that's trash. That is just trash. That is just garbage. Total garbage. Wow. The little gargoyle statue is not too bad. Let me just change this here. The little gargoyle statue is not too bad, but that whole tendril thing, if you get what I mean, is swill. It's just garbage. So if you buy these figures of Venom and you think you're going to have the symbiote part attached, no, you're not. You're not. So yes, I know people will say, well, that's what you get for ordering fake Lego. Well, you're right. That's what you get. It's a crapshoot. When you buy fake Legos, sometimes it's good, and sometimes it's just terrible. And this one is terrible. But let's get back to it, though. The figure itself. Okay, I'll show you the figure of Venom here. Let me assemble the arms and put the guy together here. I wish they wouldn't put two faces on either side, but that's neither here nor there. Of course, this doesn't help that I'm doing this at like 3:45 in the morning. You know, when your body is tired and you're just not coordinated. Okay, the figure. The figure is fine. Okay, the figure is fine. Yes, you have this little gargoyle statue. Boy, I can't show this at all. That's passable. But this thing here, this tendril, and this miniature little Venom head. And of course, I can't show it right. Yeah, my fingers are just so big. Little Venom head here. It doesn't want to connect. It's just rubbish. That's the only word you can say for it. Rubbish. That's what it is. Total rubbish. So I don't know. If I wanted to glue it onto the actual figure, I could. You know, like this, have it on the figure. I don't know if I'm even doing that right. I can't see nothing because my hand is in the way. It's so tiny. I don't know. I think what I'm going to do is just have the figures, and these tendril parts I'm just going to toss. Because all they do, yeah, this gargoyle thing falls apart on that Spider-Man. Okay, I made a decision here. These gargoyle things are out. And these tendrils are out, and these little heads are out. This is all, yeah, that head's just gonna roll everywhere. These little pieces are swill, and I'm not gonna keep them. This is garbage. This is garbage. That's all trash. That's all trash. We're not keeping that. That's rubbish. Total rubbish. Yeah. So that's neither here nor there. That can go. All right. So that's the way to do it. If you got the ones with that tendril thing, just throw out that extra stuff. It's trash. They meant well. They had an interesting idea, but the implementation was crap. It was total crap. Okay, they just couldn't handle reality. They didn't know what they were doing. All these extra pieces are going in here. All of them. Let's get all this stuff here. They give you 100 extra pieces that you really don't want and you really don't need, and they'd probably charge you for it. Instead of just making a halfway decent figure on its own, they give you all this stuff you're never going to want to use. Now, again, get some super glue and glue it. You might be okay, you know, if you want to go to that trouble. But me, I don't. I don't want to go to the trouble of that. That's a waste of time. So, well, you sound angry. Well, oh, there's my super glue. It's so small. I'm not really angry, more than disappointed, because I thought it would have looked cool on a shelf, a bookcase or something. I thought it would have looked pretty cool to have it like that. But of course, it's a disappointment because it's a thing from China. Well, Lego charges a lot because their stuff's quality. Well, for the most part, yeah, I agree with that. Oh boy. Let's just try to tighten these up here a little bit so I can fit more here. I like minifigures. That's what most people like to collect for Lego. I mean, yeah, they like the sets, but it seems like the minifigures are the ones that, again, go up in value. Value for a little minifigure. I mean, come on. What are we doing here? So what's this one? I think this one is Null or whatever his name is. I think it's a Venom thing. Like King of the Symbiotes or something like that. I don't know. I haven't read Venom. I haven't really read any Marvel comics in literal years now because the writing, it's all this diversity nonsense, and I don't get into that. I'm not doing that with my life. I don't want that in my life. I'm not interested. Everybody fights. Oh, call me this, call me that. You know, don't don't mess up my gender, and I don't care. I'm too old to deal with the nonsense. I'm sorry, that's what I believe it is. Now I'll show respect to people, and if they want me to call them certain things I'll do, but I'm not going to rewrite my language that I learned as a child in school, you know, to accommodate craziness. I'm not going to do it. No, I won't. I just soon not hang out with people like that. I don't do that. Oh, I put the head on and I didn't put the cape. I'm not gonna do that. Wow, this one is real. Sometimes the torso and the body. See how they come apart like this here? The torso and the body, you might want to put a dab of super glue. That's just reality, because it wants to come apart. Well, what if I want to rebuild it? Well, then don't use super glue then. What do you want? What do you want from me? Don't use super glue. No, I don't like super glue. Then don't use it. Just understand it may come apart once in a while, and you're going to have to be bothered to put it together. That's just how. Yeah, it's just how it is. The quality of these ones, they're not terrible, but here I am struggling to put this figure on the stand, and again, it is 4:30, quarter 5 in the morning, right? Is that what I said? No, excuse me, quarter 4. It's 3:53. Okay, so it's almost 4 in the morning, and yeah. Okay, so here we go. What is that? Null? Is that who that is? Is that Null? And he's got a little mini version of himself, right? That's kind of funny. I don't know what that started those things, but that's kind of different. Yeah, and he's got these little blast. Oh, yeah, it's so small. Huh? Little blast things that you can put in his hand. So I'll try to do that. I know I'm going to be frustrated. You know what? I'm not even doing that. Forget it. My hands are not working that great this morning here. We'll just toss that in the bin there. Okay, we got a Spider-Man, another Spider-Man with a stupid gargoyle thing to stand on, and the gargoyle thing is passable with glue. You can put some glue on it. I might glue the gargoyles later, but for now, those gargoyle pieces. Oh boy, the gargoyle piece is going over there. Oh. So I'm trying to stream a little bit more. Well, I hardly stream at all. I'm not big on streaming, but I lose a hand? Did I not get all the hands I'm supposed to get for this Spider-Man? I think or did I throw a hand in the trash? Did I do that? Oh boy, never gonna find that. Well, look. Oh, in here. No, I got an extra one here. I'll use this. If I can grab it again. It's almost 4 in the morning, and my body is just kind of in sleep mode, where my body is just not working right. You know how it is? You try to be coordinated, and your body's like, no, we're not doing that. And your fingers are all dry. You got no moisture to help hold on to anything, or you just things fly out of your hand when you're doing little intricate work like this in the morning. And these ones, you got the little Spider-Man mask that he holds on to, like he took his mask off after he got done adventuring. You got these different Spider-Man things, different hoods and masks, and all right, let's put this on here. See, like, look, it's like he's holding on to his mask. See that? It's like he's standing on a rooftop or on that gargoyle thing that he's supposed to be on, holding his mask after he got done fighting a villain. He's all beat up a little bit from the battle or what have you. The extra parts are just going to go in there in the part drawer. And yeah, we got another Punisher here. Kind of going off of what I did last night, so. But I got another Punisher. I ordered a couple of different versions of each character because they had different prints and different costumes and whatever. Oh boy. Okay. All right. Yeah, some of these are a real pain in the neck to put together. Whoop. All right. Now see, you got the Punisher, the trench coat there. See how that is? He's got the trench coat, but I'm gonna get his arms together here. It's not bad. It's a different approach. I think it beats the fabric coat, those fabric ones that you put on. I think it's better. Once it's done, it's going to look pretty good here. It's going to look pretty good. Ugh. Okay. We'll give him a scowly face. They get two sides to the face there. You can scowl or you can look just whatever, plain. Yeah, I like this one. Give him his gun. He's got two guns. One thing I've always despised about Lego, bootlego, minifigs, whatever, is putting weapons in their little hands. Because you got these little hands like this here. See that? Little hand like that. And things just want to pop out and fall and not stay. But yeah, okay, here we go. Look. Look at that there. Isn't that cool? That's not bad. That actually looks pretty good. And Lego doesn't give you things like that with the coats. They give you, sometimes they're starting to do some plastic ones, but it's like they're doing fabric, it seems. They've done a few plastic things, like they had a Batman that had a plastic cape. Not sure who else. Throw out some of this stuff here, these tendrils, whatever. Total trash. Total trash. Ah, come on. Ugh. You know, sometimes you put these hands on the characters, they are not coming off. You better make sure you get them in the right position that you want, because they're not leaving. They're not coming off. Once you squeeze their wrist into the arm, you know what I mean? For the figure, that's it. That's all you're getting. You're not gonna go back. So here's the Venom. See? And that one's fine. You don't need all that tendril stuff. I mean, you can, but I find that irritating. It's too bad. It was kind of a cool idea, but I think they were trying too much with the limitations of the plastic and the limitations of the actual size of the figure. Because they would have had to have done a better job, honestly. Because the job they did was not all that perfect. Now this one here, hold on, this Doctor Strange, he has these snake type things that somebody said look like gummy worms that come out of his wrist. Now I have another one here, a different one. If you see what I'm trying to talk about here, he has these snakes. See how they come out of his wrist, like out of his hands? He's doing a magic spell and the snakes are coming out. I'm not even gonna bother with those this time. That was an annoyance last time, and I'm not doing it. All these little accessories, sometimes they're just a waste of time. It's just a little plaything that they give you so you can make a little battle. Oh, he's using his special powers and his occult magic and all this stuff. It's like, you know what? The average Lego enthusiast buys them just to display them, and they might not even want all that crapola. So it's good. I like it. I mean, for the most part. But sometimes you just gotta pass on. Oh, I did not put his cape on. Let's not forget that. The cape, yeah, it's another plastic molded cape. See that? His cape that he wears, Doctor Strange. And yeah, this is like an all white costume version. And his hair is white too. Yeah, he looks pretty cool. Don't need all that extra stuff, that extra fluff to go with it. And if you're just displaying these, I mean, you know, the average person that buys Lego, they're usually adults like that there. That looks pretty cool. All of these extra parts, though, forget it. Oh, we gotta just go from a white Doctor Strange to a white Daredevil. That's pretty good. You got like multiple heads here. You got two different heads that you can use. I'm not getting the camera angle right here. Two different heads. And they always tend to give you three hands. I don't know if that's in case one snaps or breaks or if it's just. It happens so much it must be on purpose. I don't believe that. At first I thought it was just and one slipped in the bag, you know, and the machine was doing it or whatever. However it's done, I don't know if they have machines or just people doing it, you know, in some sweatshop somewhere. I have no idea, but I think it's actually done on purpose to give you an extra one in case one breaks. Because I've had the hands break while trying to put something in there, and I've had to pull it out and put a different one in its place. Because again, you're getting the cheap Chinese knockoff, you know. Well, then buy real Lego. Well, for my purposes, it's fine, and I like the variant costumes and stuff. Like Marvel and Lego, right? Lego Marvel did not give us a Daredevil in white. Well, do you need a Daredevil in white? No, I guess I don't, but we don't need a lot of things in life, but we kind of like them. You know, you don't need a TV, right? You don't need a TV to live, but we all pretty much have one, right? I don't know anybody without a TV. Most people I know have a TV. I can't imagine going to someone's house that don't have a TV. Now, when I was a boy, that might have happened before. You know, no TV. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm gonna have got a little part bin here of all this extra stuff, and I will go through that and keep the stuff that's usable, and quite frankly, trash the stuff that isn't. I'm not gonna just have a drawer wasted for a bunch of parts that are garbage. Last night, well, yesterday afternoon and last night, my wife decided, since the new Fantastic Four movie is now out, that we would spend a little time watching the older ones. So we watched the original 2005 one with Chris Evans, as the Human Torch, and we watched the newer one from 2015. And honestly, I don't know any of the actors. They're all very well. They were very young at the time. That was like what, 10 years ago. Basically 10 years. 2005. Oh, wait a minute. Excuse. Yeah, 2000. That one was 2015 though. The one with the younger cast. Yeah, we got Peter Parker here. So we watched those. Now all we need to watch is the 2007 one with Chris Evans. You got the Silver Surfer and all that stuff. And then we might even watch the bootleg of the Fantastic Four 1994 version, the Roger Corman video. Funny thing is about that, that was never made to even be released. There was a contract where they had to make the movie, but it was so bad they shouldn't even have bothered. I mean, it was really bad. I remember though in '94 when it was supposed to come out, right? They talked about it coming out, and that was just a line of baloney. I was really anxious to see it. I'd seen some articles and comic book publications because I was big into comics then. I'd been big into comics most of my life. I mean, I started reading comic books at 7, and I stopped collecting comics at 47. So I haven't been reading comics for like 9 years now. Well, I stopped a little before. I collected them, but I hadn't gotten to reading them. So I would say by the time you're done, it's been a good 10 years since I really read any comics. Because like I said, they just put all this diversity nonsense in there, and it's like, you know what? I don't care. I really don't. If anyone gets mad in the comments, well, sorry, buddy. I don't care. I'm pulled myself away from all that nonsense. Today's youth, and yes, I know I sound like an old fart. I guess I am. But today's youth they have some weird ideas that I don't jive with. And they talk about tolerance, and instead of saying, well, he's an older fellow, we'll just let him believe what he wants, and that's up to him if he doesn't see it our way. No, 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 no. They go on a crusade to change your mind and to argue with you and to fight and to cancel you. You can try and cancel people all you want. You can't. What's cancel? What's that mean? That's some stupid term that somebody came up with. You never heard that years ago. That's some new thing, relatively new to me. People that are older like myself. It's nonsense, and I don't play that game. I'm not doing it. Nope. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. No, not gonna do it. There you go. You get that snap on these fakes, and that tells you got a good connection. And that they're probably not going to ever come apart. You need to let a little kid play with it, and it probably won't come apart unless he goes out of his way to rip the hand and the arm off, right? If you just play nicely with it, you're going to be okay. If you're a child, most adults that collect this stuff, they don't tend to sit on the floor and play with them. Maybe some do. I don't know. I don't want to tell people what to do with their lives. Just like I don't want people telling me what to do with my life. And that's why I don't read comics anymore, because it's all a preaching thing where, you will see our way and you will accept what we say and you will change your mind. Well, I will not. When somebody tells me I will do what they tell me to do, I dig my heels in and I do the opposite. It's like, you will not try to boss me around. And my theory on that is, or my viewpoint, I should say, is, do you pay my bills? Do you buy me food? Do you pay my mortgage or rent or whatever? Do you take care of my car? Do you contribute to anything in my life at all? Do you support me? Do you finance me? Are you romantically involved with me? Is there any importance that you play in my life on a day-to-day basis? No, then your opinion means less than nothing to me. Less than nothing. I don't even want to entertain your viewpoint. Oh, did I miss? Did I not get an arm, or did I throw one of the arms in here? Let's see. I might have. I just did. It was stuck in this thing here. Okay. I got to be more careful. Okay. There it goes. All right. It was stuck in that little gargoyle statue. The hands, sometimes they get lodged in places during shipping. They kind of jingle around and jangle around and get stuck. Come on. There we go. Yeah, see that arm ain't coming out. Good. That's what I want. Yeah, but these Venoms here, just get the, just take all those tendrils and the extra head. Gone. It's a good idea. It was an interesting idea, I should say. Maybe not good. It was an interesting idea, but the implementation was terrible. Somebody inexperienced working with this stuff came up with an idea and they tried it and it failed. See, that one looks good. Yeah, it's not bad. One of the offsprings of Venom there. I couldn't tell you who it is. Who knows? Who cares? Another one with these stupid gargoyles there. Yeah. That's just something that's going to fall apart. And then you're stuck having to fix it every minute. I don't know who that is. I know it's some Venom thing. I couldn't tell you who it is, though. Some Venom related idea there. I think it's another Null, if that's the character's name. Somebody can tell me in the comments if they watch this later. I'm not sure. No, we'll see. I got a bunch of those with the statue and tendrils, and I spent way too much time trying to assemble one of them without trying to do a bunch. Ah, there goes. Did that your wrist just break? Nope, did not. Okay, it might have. No, I don't think so. Just. Again, you get what you pay for sometimes. Sometimes you get what you pay for, and sometimes you don't. Well, you paid $1. Well, that's fair, I guess. But if you're going to advertise it as an alternative Lego, then it should be stand up to a little pressure of the fingers, right? But purists will fight with you. That's when you tell them to pound sand and go live their life and leave you alone. You're negative, Jeff. Yes, I am. I'm very negative. I live my life for me, and no one tells me what to do. Except God, right? Gotta listen to God. Yes, I said God. Don't get offended. All right, check this guy out. Is that Null? Some sort of a symbiote king or whatever they call him. I don't know. That was towards the end of my reading of comic books, so I couldn't tell you. I think it is. I'm not sure. Yeah, we're getting close to the end of this here, but I've got a bunch over here of Thunderbolt type characters related to. Oh, wait a minute. Whose cape was that? Oh, it said Doctor Strange cape over here. I totally forgot to put his cape on because his head was already on, and I tend to forget that. Put his cape on there, Jeff. Come on, work with. Nope, I won't. Come on, work with me a little, just a little bit. Okay. Turn your head. All right, there we go. Now that's Doctor Strange, right? There you go. There's Doctor Strange. Right? Yeah, I got a bunch of these guys in yesterday. I got like 50 of these guys in. One package had 38 and the other one had like 11 or so. So roughly 50 figures I got. 49 figures, whatever. I've been waiting for a while for these to come in. That's one of the problems. If you're in the continental United States like I am, and you order something from China, AliExpress, that kind of thing, it can take a month, sometimes more, a few weeks to come in because it comes on a boat, doesn't it? Doesn't it ship on a boat? Slow boat from China. They ship it in a boat. It's kind of funny. I watched that first Fantastic Four movie with Chris Evans, 2005 movie, and after Doom was defeated, they got him on a cargo ship being shipped back to Latveria, which I suppose is over in that area over there in Europe or whatever. And they say it's going to take about 12 days to ship there. And it's like, well, that makes sense considering how long it takes to get these bootlego because they got to go through customs and all that stuff. So, right there, put that one there. What I like about these figures, they come with these little black base plates like that, so you can stand them up. Because standing up figures without a base plate, not for me. Because all they do is fall over. I mean, they're small. They don't have much of a base. They got little legs. They don't have any serious weight to them where it's going to stay anchored and short and all that stuff. Now, who do we got here? Oh, it's the Daredevil. It's a different Daredevil. It was black and kind of red outfit from the 90s that they did. See, my working knowledge of comic books stops in the mid to late 2000s. Because again, been 10 years, so that would be in 2010s, 15, whatever, since I haven't really read anything. I was reading this comic of the Hulk, well, the Maestro, right? The future version of Hulk. Alternate timeline, whatever. Where he's yelling, God, Hulk is yelling at God. And he basically tells God, he says, screw you, God. Well, I know we've all said that in our hearts before, in anger, you know, but it's like, I don't need to read that in a comic book, Hulk character. Because he wasn't the Maestro at the time, he was Hulk. And he says, screw you, God. He says, don't like my attitude, or screw you, God, don't like my attitude, come and get me. It's like, again, I know we've all kind of said that. But what kind of a message is that sending to today's youth that they want to read these comics? Because if they just keep going after the older folks, we start dying off. Where's their audience? They need to get the younger kids to read comic books if they want to keep their comic book stuff going. Who knows? Maybe they'll phase out the comics in the future and just do their movies. The movies seem to do well. They used to do pretty well. Now they're not doing as well because they pushed all this diversity nonsense and people are pushing back. They're like, I'm not going to pay to see this. It's like, I'm not going to pay to see this movie. You get stars like Brie Larson, and she played the Captain Marvel, female Captain Marvel there. And she had basically said that, these movies are not made for a bunch of 40-year-old men. They're made for younger people. Well, okay. Who brings these younger people that she was referring to, young girls? Who brings them to the theater? Oh, 40-year-old fathers, right? If you get a young 12-year-old kid, the father's probably in their late 30s, early 40s, right? Kids don't usually have much money. I mean, they're not old enough for work or anything. So, I don't know who this character is. Oops. I don't know who this character is. I can't remember when I ordered him, but it's kind of funny. He's got a syringe. Look. He's got a syringe in his hand. Isn't that weird? Somebody can tell me in the comments who it is. Do a timestamp. Tell me who he is. I can't remember. If anybody even bothers to watch. Nobody's on yet. It's just me by myself. Well, I did a bunch of these. And the rest that I have are Thunderbolts. So let me get my little display here. I'm going to put this here. Now let's just put a few of these guys on here to kind of show them off. I know the camera's far away and I apologize. We'll just put a few of these guys on my little turntable I got here. I got this turntable. It holds apparently 11 pounds at the most, roughly, for it to work, right? And a lot of these are black outfits. Look at that. Almost all of these ones I grabbed are all black. But it's a good way to show off stuff. And yeah, I know it's small. I'm sorry I can't zoom in because I'm on the laptop here. But that gives you an idea of some of these ones. A couple of Spider-Man, a couple Doctor Strange, a couple Daredevils, some Venom stuff. Not bad. These aren't too bad. I like them. But again, a lot of times you gotta kind of work with what you got. It's like, no, I'm not going to use these stupid tendrils and an extra head and all that. Put that in the parts. Or toss it. And this Doctor Strange does not want to stand up at all. Over here. Stand up, dummy. Gotta put him in here too. There we go. So, yeah. I still got a bunch of these to do. I also, yesterday, when they came in, I got some of the characters from that new Superman movie. Hawk Girl or Hawk Woman, whatever. Guy Gardner, Lex Luthor, Ultraman, and Superman with Crypto. Not Crypto the currency. Oh yeah, speaking of Crypto, here he is. Let me see if I can put those here. But I did not get Mr. Terrific, and I did not get Metamorpho, and I need to get those two if I want to have the collection of that Superman movie. But these are the ones here that I have so far. I don't think they made any of the Raptor guys and with the wings and the fighter people for Lex Luthor. I think it's pretty good. I like it. I like how it's made. These ones are much better than those Venom ones. I like the plastic cape that Superman has. Like that. I got hiccups this morning. It always happens. I don't know, my breathing or whatever. But I always get hiccups. When I do a video, I have to keep a drink nearby off camera or whatever. I have to. Because I always hiccup. And hiccup and hiccup and hiccup and it never goes away. I used to, when I was younger, I would fall asleep at night. And I would wake up hiccuping. And my ex-wife would wake me up and say, Jeff, you're hiccuping in your sleep. And when I hiccup, I don't know about most people, when I hiccup, it hurts. It kind of hurts. It's uncomfortable. You know, it kind of hurts. The harder you hiccup, the harder it hurts my chest. Could be just because I'm a frail person. I don't know. But so I loathe hiccups. Reminds me of this Simpsons episode I saw. They're watching TV and they're like, featured on tonight's news, the man who has been hiccuping for 30 years. And the guy's like, hiccup, kill me, hiccup, kill me, hiccup, kill me. And that's how I feel when I get hiccups. I remember in the 6th grade, I got hiccups really bad, and my stupid teacher, Mr. Taylor, would not let me go get a drink. So I tried to hold my breath as long as I could, and that just seemed like torture to me. Because he was a terrible teacher. He was a principal, and then he got in trouble for assaulting a kid and pulling his hair and actually ripping some hair out of his head. This guy had a temper. And instead of firing him, they demoted him to being a teacher to work with children. Well, that's great. Let's put the abusive parent as a teacher in the school. And that is a true account. That is what happened. But luckily he's dead now. No, that's terrible. But he was a hard man. He was a very hard man. Now you're slandering the dead. I'm telling the truth. You can call it slander if you want, but you can look it up. Truth is truth. I didn't write it. That's how it is. So yeah, we got these guys. Put them in here. Put some of these other ones on here. Again, this one there for Eddie Brock, his face is just too small. I probably should just switch his face out. Put a different face on it. Because that looks ridiculous. I think I will. That face looks ridiculous. It's printed too small. That's foolish. That's foolish. Totally foolish. I got one more. I'll squeeze them in here. And these are the rest of the ones I did last night and just now. And I got a bunch over here off to the side that are the Thunderbolts characters. I didn't do a video of building these. Usually I do, but I just decided to live stream these ones and just shoot the crap with people. Yesterday, oh, somebody said hello. Paul Benjamin. Hello, Paul. How are you? How you doing? You're up early with me here. I don't know where you're located. Let me see what time it is where I am here. It is 4:28 in the morning a.m. on a Sunday morning here. I don't know where you are. Sorry if you were there a while and I didn't notice. I have the camera at an angle. Let me just kind of change the angle here so I can see better. Yeah, I don't know how long you've been watching, but I've been on here a little bit just building some of these bootlego figures that I got in the mail yesterday. I got like 49 of them, 50, whatever. I just ordered a bunch. So when you order from AliExpress, it's like, well, if you order $10, you get free shipping. So then you're like, well, I'm not going to spend $5 for shipping when I could use that 5 for characters. And if you spend 10, well, that's only another 5. And you're going to spend it anyways on shipping if you don't order 10. So that they know what they're doing. That's their way of roping you into ordering stuff you might not want to order at the time. And I've been ordering from AliExpress for 10 years. And it wasn't always like that. I remember some of the first figures I'd get, you'd see them for like 79 cents, 80 cents, a dime for shipping, or again, if you ordered a bunch, So they were a lot cheaper. Some of them are like $3, $4, $5 now. It's like they're getting up there with prices for CMFs from actual Lego. It's like, I'm not going to pay $5 for a bootleggo knockoff. I'm not doing that. Well, it's unique. It's different. Yeah, it is, but so's my money. I don't know. I vote with my wallet, and you should too. Always vote with your wallet. That's what you do. Vote with your wallet. Oh, that message he put was 4:15. Oh, wow, and it's 4. Yeah, so about 15 or so minutes. He might still be on there. If you're there, say hello again. I'll hopefully see you this time. So let me get these guys out of here. Got a little container with these guys here. Put them over there. Let's see. All right, why don't we try a couple of these guys here? Oh, the Sentry. We got the Sentry on this one. And I I watched the Thunderbolts the other day, and I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it, but I did like it, and my wife seemed to like it too. So we watched that the other night. I mean, I'll be honest, I downloaded it, watched it, deleted it, the end, because I don't go to the theater no more because, well, I live in Lewiston, which is kind of a dirty city. It's like everybody's got bed bugs here in Lewiston. And a lot of times people were bringing bed bugs to the theater, and people were going home with bed bugs on them. Hi, honey, my wife is up. I guess I woke her up.
No, I had to go pee.
Oh, you had to go pee? How you doing?
Coming in to get kissed.
How are you? I'm just streaming here. Going back to bed? Okay.
You stream, I'm going to bed.
Okay. So about 4:30ish in the morning. So I've been up about since 3:30. Yeah. Okay, we got the Sentry. These capes are okay, but they're long enough where they sometimes touch the base plate. Right there, got Sentry. So that's like the same hairpiece they use for Yolana. We'll put him over here. We also watched last night, we watched Captain America, Brave New World with the Falcon who thinks he's Captain America. And they make sure they tell you that he's Captain America constantly. They're always saying, "Hey, Captain America." They're always saying it because they want you to know that he's Captain America now. They are just pushing that down your throat. It's like, okay, we get it. You want him to be Captain America, but he's not. I'm sorry. Steve Rogers is Captain America. That's all there is to it. You can dress up somebody else in a different costume and say they're Captain America, but they're not. Well, he's a Captain America. Well, you look at him, he's got the wings, he's got the little visor, he's flying around. How's that Captain America? I mean, oh, he's got the shield. Oh, okay. All of a sudden, he's adept at using the shield like Captain America. I like Anthony Mackie. He's a good actor. I mean, I liked him as the Falcon, but we know why they made him Captain America. All right, it's all this diversity, inclusion, and all. Whatever. I don't care. I don't care. I only watched it because I wanted to see Harrison Ford as the Red Hulk. Okay. Now we got Bucky. I would have thought Bucky should have been Captain America after, the Civil War and all that stuff. I would have thought Bucky would have been Captain America, right? Wasn't he his little buddy hanging around? Well, not little. His buddy hanging around him and stuff. Boy, they sure had a bromance with those two, huh? Captain America and Bucky. It's like, what are they, dating? I mean, my goodness. They just push that bromance so much. It's like, okay, we get it, guys. Get a room. Okay, we get it. We understand. Oh, that's not nice, Jeff. I'm joking. I'm joking. I like Chris Evans as an actor. He's really, really good. I think he did a great job as Captain America. I think he did a great job as Human Torch. Especially, Captain America was my favorite. And I think he really captured the character of Human Torch. Guy just turned, 40, I think? Still young. Well, compared to me, right? He was in his 20s, I guess, when he did, he would have been, right? When he did Human Torch. Imagine he would have been 20 when he did that one. The first one. Oh, boy. They gave me an extra arm. They did. They gave me an extra arm on this guy. Well, okay. Well, an extra arm, an extra hand, a sword, a shield, and a gun. Like, can't hold all of them, so we'll give him the sword. Give him the sword here, and we'll give him the shield. See, he's got a shield, but you're not going to call him Captain America, are you? It's like in the comics when they had Jane Foster as Thor. Well, first of all, Thor is not a position. It is not a title. It's his name. Thor is his name. Odin's son, Thor. That's who he is. That'd be like, I'm gonna be the new Lego Jeff. Lego Jeffo. I mean, it's like Thor is who he is. It's not a rank. It's not a position. It's his name. I'm gonna be the new you. Well, that's like if you have a different Spider-Man, different Captain America. At least they're not saying I'm Steve Rogers. I'm the new Steve Rogers. No, you're not. You're who you are, but you're gonna take up the mantle of a character. Like many times, like they had other people take up the mantle of Batman, like the guy that's Azrael there, or whatever his name, John Paul Baptiste, or whatever the character's name is. And they had Dick Grayson take up the Batman mantle before when Bruce was out of commission or supposedly dead or whatever. Taskmaster, right there. That's pretty good. If anybody in the future who's watching, let me know if you liked the Thunderbolts, if you saw it, right? I liked it. I liked it more than I thought it was going to, actually. I thought it was pretty good. A lot of action. I like the actor that plays the Red Guardian. I find him funny. I think he's pretty funny. I like him. I don't know who he is, but he's pretty good. Yeah, but it's a Sunday morning here if you're watching this later. And have church in a few hours. Whoop, that arm just popped right out again. Get in there, dummy. There we go. Oh. This Sentry has a fabric cape as opposed to the other one I just did that has a plastic cape. I prefer the plastic one. If you're playing with it, if you're a child and you're playing with it, then the fabric cape would probably serve you better. But if you're just displaying them, as an adult and you just have them on a stand, because you have a setup that you're doing, the plastic cape would probably be better. I don't know. Everybody has their own viewpoint. If you're here in the future, let me know in the comments. What do you like better? You like the plastic cape or the fabric? I prefer the plastic. Fabric one can rip easily if you're not careful. Let's see. This cape's like purple, but that one's cape is blue. It looks purple to me. See? Let's show the other one. We'll turn them around. And you can see the different capes. See, this one's fabric here. Got a couple of Batmen. Batman. And they have plastic capes. This house is not level. If I drop something, it's going to roll over there. It's just the house, everything's going in that direction. That's why I got this rubber kind of silicone mat here. It's got an edge. It's actually for feeding your dog. You put the dog bowl on here. It's got the ridge. He spills water. It's not going anywhere, really. It's just going to kind of pool up around here. And I needed something that was going to prevent things from constantly rolling on the floor. That's what I needed. I needed something that wasn't going to lift up and move, and something that would give me a little traction, as it were, to pick up something and a little resistance. It's got these little dots all over it, and it makes it easier when you're building. I would suggest to anybody that builds a lot of Lego to consider getting a silicone mat. It wasn't expensive. It was a Walmart thing I ordered, and they delivered it. Yeah, the internet is the fat man's best friend. You know, you don't have to go to the store and brave everybody that goes there and deal with people that can be annoying with their screaming kids. And I mean, here in Lewiston, if you go to like Walmart, you are constantly inundated with secondhand pot smoke because everybody smokes pot here apparently. I said, can I do it for a medicinal? Yeah, you don't need, what is it, THC or whatever the chemical compound is that gets you high. You don't need that. Shut up, druggie. Shut up, druggie. Get it without that. It's not drugs. Yeah, okay, whatever. You go to your house, I go to mine. Leave me alone with your stupidity. Everybody that does the pot or the marijuana, whatever, and they say it's for medicinal, I've never met one person that doesn't get it with THC. Everybody, if that's the chemical compound, I'm sorry if I got it wrong. But you know what I mean, the active ingredient in marijuana. I've never met one person, not one, that does not have that. Everybody gets it. Like, if it's for pain, why do you need that compound? Why? You know why. Okay, you're just using that as an excuse so you can do pot. Okay? Call it what it is. If you want to do pot, that's your business. I guess it's kind of legal now if you have like 2 ounces or whatever the controlled amount is. If you're going to do that, at least man up and say, hey, I'm smoking pot because I like it. The end. I do it for pain and because I like it. Just say that. Another taskmaster here. Just say that and stop trying to bluff your way through life and make people believe your narrative and all this stuff. Just say it. Hello, I'm a dirtbag and I like smoking pot. The end. And I'm going to go to Walmart and your children are going to have to breathe my secondhand pot smoke. You go to Walmart and it smells like Willie Nelson's tour bus when you go there. It stinks. It's like 100 skunks just ran into Walmart and decided to urinate everywhere and spray everywhere. It's like, well, it's legal. Yeah. Okay. Let's go with that. It is legal, I guess, right? But so is alcohol, right? But it's also a controlled substance. And you're not supposed to be in public intoxicated. So why should people be allowed to go in public smelling like that with that chemical compound where it's going to affect other people? I've walked out of Walmart with a raging headache before because some dirtbag was in line in front of me, high as a kite. Why? Why do I have to deal with it? Well, you can't smoke in public, right? Well, they're not smoking. No, but they might as well be. It's coming off their body, and we smell it. There should be some guidelines. They should have left that illegal. That's my opinion. Yours may differ, and that's fine. But it's my channel. I say what I want. You don't have to agree with me. And you don't have to listen if you don't like it. But I think it's stupid, and that's it. Honestly, I don't think even alcohol should be legal. Bring back prohibition, as far as I'm concerned. I don't think alcohol is a good thing. Too many people die on the road from it. It destroys families. Well, not everyone's a drunk. I don't care. I don't care. I don't. I'm beyond caring on it. I don't care. I've had alcoholics in my family where it's destroyed their lives, affected my life. It's like, you know what? I'm done. People can't control themselves when it comes to that. But the government shouldn't say this. And the government oversteps their bounds all the time. But when it comes to money, oh, we can get money for alcohol? We can get money. Oh, well, we got to sell that. Well, if you're going to do that, then let's have child trafficking legal. Let's have, slavery legal. Let's have all these things. I mean, if you can get money, right? Let's just do all these horrible things if we can get money. I mean, if it's money, then hey, what the heck, right? It's the Wild West. Everything goes, right? If it's money, then we can just be immoral. Not me. What is it Joshua said in the Bible? As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. I'm not going to partake in that stuff. I don't care if I'm ever in a lot of pain and they say, yeah, you can do that. They offered that to my wife too because she has like chronic back pain and fibro and all that stuff, and they're always saying, yeah, you can get this. She's like, I'm not getting that. I don't want that. She won't even take the kind without the THC. If again the compound, right? She don't want that. She refuses. They offer it to her. Her doctor's always saying, yeah, you can. Nope, I don't want it. She says, nope, I'll say it. You can get it. We don't want it. The end. Shut up. Mind your business. The end. Mind your business. She don't want it. I don't want it. It's up to her, but she don't want it. She's an adult. She can do what she wants. People don't have to like it. You don't pay our bills. You don't live here. The end. It's that simple. It's that simple. Do you let people tell you what to do? No. Then don't think you can tell other people what to do. As long as you're not breaking the law, nobody should be able to tell you what to do. You know, you break the law, of course the cops are going to say, hey, you broke the law, you're going to jail, right? But outside of that, as long as you're a law-abiding citizen, no one should tell you what to do. Mind your business. We all have freedoms. Well, they say we have freedoms, right? Government says we have freedoms, but we don't. How can you say that, Jeff? Well, look around. This is my house, right? My wife and I paid this house off. We actually own it. Or so we think. Because the government, though, will charge you land tax and property tax. And what happens if I don't pay the property tax? They take my house. They'll have a sheriff show up and throw me out of my own home. Even though it's my home, right? Supposedly my home. I saw this on Facebook. Somebody posted this. Lady in my church posted this. It said, property tax is rent that you pay to the government for a house you supposedly own. And that's the point. You don't own anything here in America. You really don't. If the government wants something from you, they will just take it. What do they call it? Eminent domain, when they can just come and seize your property. Happened to my uncle. The city needed to take his property. So they did. They displaced him. But he fought back and said, yeah, you're going to get me another house. Because I'm going to dig my heels in. I'm going to hold up your production of what you're doing. So they got him another house. They had no choice. If they didn't want him to dig his heels in and make them wait for their thing they were trying to do, legally hold them up, right? Because it would have put them behind, so they just found him another house. They had no choice. And that's what I would do. If somebody came here and said, yeah, we're taking your house, I'm like, yeah, you can take my house, but you're going to give me another? Oh, we'll give you pennies on the dollar. Yeah, and I'll give you a boot in the butt. Because I will fight you tooth and nail. And I will make sure that public opinion, people hear it. What does the Bible say? To drag them, the people that do their sin, drag them into the sunlight where their deeds can be shown for what they are. Because evil loves darkness and does not want people looking at them like, oh, I don't want them to see what I did. I did this, but I don't want anyone knowing about it because people are gutless and will not own up to anything they do wrong. I know a lot of people like that. People play the victim. Whatever. Everyone plays the victim in society. Everyone. I try not to. I'm sure I have. I don't talk about my problems too much. Major problems. I talk about stupid stuff, sure. But I try not to talk about major issues in my life or what people would perceive as major issues. I don't try to do that. Life's too short to fight. Better just to walk away. You ever got another century with a fabric cape? What have I got? I got 3 centuries now. I don't care for the hair on this century. It's supposed to be longer. It looks like Yolana's hair. It is. And there's my hiccups again. Oh. How long have I been here? Oh, an hour and 9 minutes. And I'm just not sleepy anymore. I'm tired, but I'm not sleepy. Does that make sense? You're tired, but you're not sleepy. You can't sleep because you got racing thoughts. I get racing thoughts like that a lot. Your mind just is active. Your body's tired, but your mind's active. And speaking of Yolana, here we go. We got one. Same haircut, but the color's different. It's blonde like hers is in the movie. Although I don't think she has real blonde hair, the actress. I could have swore she had some dark roots there. I may be wrong. I just saw the movie once. Yes, and I know her character was in that Black Widow movie where it's a standalone movie of just Black Widow. That wasn't too bad. I guess the actress there, Scarlett Johansson, for Black Widow, she's complaining that people see her only as a sex symbol. Well, that's how you made your career, lady. You wore skin tight cat suits, hunching over, bending over, showing your cleavage, and what do you expect people to do? Young males are going to look at you and go, hey, a hot girl, all right. You made your whole career off your looks, and now you're upset because people don't take you as a serious actress. Yeah, this belt thing, oh, wow, that's just not going to work at all. I don't want to stay with that. Oh, yeah, I'm going to need a dab of glue on that one. That's just crap. She's got a holster here, and the top part, see how easy that came off? It doesn't want to stay on at all. It's just crappy. I'm going to put a dab of super glue here. If I can get any out of the stupid container. Oh, that just does not want to stay on at all. Ugh. Okay, where's my super glue? I just had it here. Crazy glue. It actually is Craggle. Let's just put a dab on here because this is just crap. Oh, come on. Come on. Just get on there, huh? There we go. Put that on there. Wait a minute or two. Yeah, sometimes you got to do stuff like that. You got to doctor them up. You just got to put the glue on there. I know hardcore Lego people, which I call purists, and a lot of people do, they balk at the idea of, you used glue? Well, that's illegal. Okay, have the cops come and arrest me then. Illegal. What a stupid term. Did I buy the toy? Yes. Do I own it? Yes. Do you own it? No. Then guess what? I will do what I want with it. If I want to throw it in the rubbish, I can because I paid for it. It is my property. Okay, I can't get that hair on right now. While it's drying there, give it a minute. Illegal building techniques. Whatever. I run my life. I don't have a corporation tell me what I can do with a plastic brick that I bought. I do what I want. I never see many people like myself speak the truth like that. It's like, how many people will go out there and just say, hey, that's stupid. Okay? That's stupid. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to play your game. If I want to build it a certain way, I will. Heck, I've taken a pair of scissors to a brick before because I needed to trim it. I needed to trim the brick. And this hairpiece does not want to work at all. Okay, wait, did I get it? Oh, that is just wow. Okay, I think I got it. But the fit is not good though. There's a kind of a gap. Oh, yeah, that's dumb. Where's the hammer? Yeah, bootlegos, where you got to use power tools to assemble them, huh, kids? You got to use power tools. Well, that's what you get when you buy the fakerinos. You're right. That is exactly what you get when you buy the fakerinos. So, buyer beware, right? They're not supposed to be real. That's the thing. All right. Well, after all that work, gluing and hammering and all that, that's what I got. Looks okay. Be all right for the shelf, right? For a display. What a dumb thing, though. Who's this? This another Bucky? And he's got another. He's got a holster. I'm gonna skip that. I want one without. Excuse me. Got a red guardian here. Got a red guardian. I'll probably do a video showing these off, an actual video. But since I built them, I'll just show them on my little turntable that I just showed there a few seconds ago. Okay. Yeah, I like Red Guardian. It looks pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. I like him. Basically a Russian Captain America, right? Or is it Russian? I think it's Russian. I think it's Russian. Yeah, he was much easier to put together than Yolana was. He looks pretty good, huh? Yeah, we're starting to get lower here a little bit. I think this will be the last one I do. And then I'll probably go back in the bedroom, maybe try to get a little sleep, or maybe put on a TV show or something. Play it low so I don't wake my wife up any more than she is. Here's another Taskmaster. And this time we'll put the regular face and not the mask. I've already done two with a mask already. I guess if I gotta say anything to people watching today, non-Lego related, would be to make sure you stand up for yourself in life. You know, speak your truth. Speak the truth. Not just your truth, but the truth. Don't let people try to intimidate you and boss you around. Be cool about it, but be honest. Life is too short to live under somebody else's reign. And I won't do that. I'll admit there were times in my life when I had to play the game, work, whatever. You gotta play the game, right? But as a general rule of living, you stand up for yourself. You're a person. Don't take any guff from anybody. And there we go. There's another Taskmaster. This time without the skull mask. It's just the person's face. And I've still got a few more left. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that was good. 6, 7, 8. I got 9 more to go. 9 more. Oh, what was that? That was a figure. Who was that? Oh, it's a Rocky Balboa. He fell on the floor. Come on. Come over here. You're gonna get caught up on that, huh? His arm fell off. Of course it did. Try and get him here. There's a loose brick down here somewhere. I rolled over it. Of course his arm fell off, right? Yeah, it's a Rocky Balboa. Gotta put him away. I don't want these guys falling off the table willy-nilly. Yes, I got 9 more. So I'll do those later today, tomorrow, whatever you want to call it. Oh, philosophical with Lego Jeffo at 4 in the morning. Well, it's got to be almost 5 now, right? Let's see. Where are we? It's exactly 5. 5 a.m. with Jeff in the morning. being philosophical about Lego and life. Now, buying from Ali, I've never had too many problems. Yeah, I've had to squabble with them once in a while for a shipment that didn't arrive. Well, just say, hey, I didn't get my item. Can you get a refund? And you gotta message them. You know how it is. Nobody wants to give you your illegal money, your rightful money. Oh, well. It's like, look, dude, you didn't ship it. And seeing how America and China get along or don't get along, you're gonna have that. That's just par for the course. You gotta accept that. If you're gonna buy bootleggo, you gotta accept that once in a while you're gonna have a squabble. That's why when you order stuff, you gotta ask yourself, how much money am I willing to risk? Do I want to risk a lot of money? Do I want to risk like $1,000 and then it don't show up and I gotta fight forever between PayPal and the bank and all this? Do I want to do that? Or do I want to order $2 or $3 things like this that if it don't show up, it's not going to crush me financially? It's going to be like, well, okay, it didn't show up. I can recoup from $1. If you don't happen to get the dollar back, your life ain't over. So that's why I do a lot of little orders like these. I have done some big orders. Once in a while, I'll take a risk. Oh, do I want to spend 50 on this build? Well, maybe I do. Maybe I don't. I don't know. It's like, do I want to spend 50? Do I want to spend 40? You know, I've been scammed before by other dealers, but not really AliExpress. I ordered a big fig, the bigger ones of Mecha Godzilla from that newer Kong and Godzilla movie. And when the package arrived, when it went through the mail, the package tore open and the figure got lost out in some warehouse or whatever. And I got the empty package, flattened. Just they did their due diligence and they mailed me the empty package. So I'm looking at it. I'm like, what is this? So I contacted Ali and they asked for a picture. I sent them the picture. I sent all the information to PayPal. I did my due diligence and they gave me a refund. They were cool about it. But that happens. So again, if you can't tolerate a mess up like that, don't order from AliExpress. Just forget it. Forget it. Just go to the store, like Walmart or wherever you go, buy your Lego there. Or if you order from Lego.com, they're usually pretty good. They're pretty good. If you say it didn't come in, it didn't come in. They'll ship you another. Lego, I gotta admit, I'm not happy with Lego, right? But they do pretty good by their customers. If you got a piece missing, all you gotta do is call them or message them and say, "Hey, I'm missing part number whatever," and they'll usually send you one. I've had parts missing, and if I have a spare of my own, I'll just replace it myself. I'm not gonna bother it. I'm not gonna bother waiting 2 weeks for a little piece to come in that I've got 100 of them. But if it's something I don't have, yeah, I'll message them and say, "Hey, can I get another one? Your box didn't have it in there, and I paid money." It's like, and even them though, once in a while, because I was going through a bunch of boxes of Lego that I had, and I was building new ones, and a piece was missing, and a couple different ones, and I had messaged a couple times, and they said, "Well, we can't ship you one," through a message, and I reached out, I phone called them, and I said, "Hey, what's this?" "Oh, this address has had a lot of requests for parts, and we have to, look into that." I'm like, "Well, I buy a lot of Lego. I spend a lot of money on your company. So here's an agreement we should have. You put the parts in the box, I'll give you my money." She sent me another. She didn't care. She just, the company says, "Hey, we gotta see if somebody's scamming us out of a little plastic brick. Like they're not rich enough. Why would I lie for a brick? Why would I go out of my way for one brick? Give me a break. I didn't have it, so I asked for it. If I had one, I would have done it myself and said, who cares? What is it, a dime? I don't care. Whatever they say it is, right? If that's even true, which I don't think it is. And I talked about that yesterday, too. Yeah, these guys look pretty good for what they are, right? Excuse me. These guys look pretty good. I got a few different Taskmasters here. I got what, 1, 2, 3 taskmasters, and I got so far I've got 3 sentries. No, wait, I got 4 taskmasters. 4 taskmasters, 3 sentries. I got a Yalana, and I've got a Bucky. I've got another sentry here, and some other ones. I'm gonna have to go anyways because I'm out of drink. And you know how I am, I told you. Hiccups forever. That's all I do is hiccup. Oh, turning off my lights here. Yeah, this house gets pretty dark. I just got that one light there. This house has always had lighting problems. I mean, the lights work, but very dark in this house. Very dark. It's always dark in this house. It's always been that way. Of course, my eyesight ain't the greatest, so it's like I'm always, I can't see, I can't see, I can't see. I say that all the time. I'm blind, I can't see nothing. I need more contrast, I can't see. I'm older. Yeah, I guess it's par for the course, When I was younger, I didn't really have much of a sight problem, but when I was a junior in high school, I started having eye problems, and I had to have, just basically corrective lenses just to help focus a little bit. One of my teachers tried on my glasses and said, "Man, this ain't even a prescription. It's like looking through regular glass." Well, pretty much it was. It was just to help me focus a little bit. That's all it was. It's like, don't worry about it, buddy. You're getting paid to teach us. Shut up. I don't know why he was worried about it. It's like, are you wearing them? No? Okay, then. You live your life, right? I'll do the homework and you go away. All right. Well, that's enough of my crabbing. I'm going to go and maybe watch a little YouTube or throw myself in traffic or something. Well, for Paul Benjamin, I'm not sure if he's still on, but hello, Paul, and thanks for joining in for a minute. Sorry I didn't see a message right away, if you are there. And if anybody watches later, I left a couple of questions about some characters. Put a timestamp. Let me know if you have an answer for me. I don't know all of it. I know some of it, but not all of it. So, okay, let me log off here. Let's see. An hour and 27 minutes. All right, kiddies. I'll be on again some other time. I'll talk to you later. Bye for now.